Hello, I'm Stanley Lucian. Welcome to the HTS Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre and the National Council on Public Transportation have both commented on the introduction of breathalyzers and speed guns as a means of curbing the recklessness and accidents on St. Lucia's roads. This follows a recent notable increase in serious road accidents, resulting in life-changing injuries and deaths. So we ask, do you think the use of breathalyzers and speed guns will make St. Lucia's roads safer? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
I believe so. I believe it will help to reduce the amount of accidents and careless driving, by some of our drivers on our roads. I believe it's a good thing, and not only having it, but let us see, we must have enough manpower so as to man those speed guns and breathalyzers, and that those individuals are placed and located at strategic areas on the roads of St. Lucia. I believe it will help reduce.
It will help them to understand better and help them to have more caution on the road with human life. And again, so many young men, we are losing them through their reckless driving. So at least it will still help them in whatever way of life in driving.
Yes, it's going to help, because basically, that's how foreign operates, License is a privilege. So, you have 9 points on your license. If they go with the speed guns and they go with those breathalyzers, if you have 9 points on a license, you lose it, because driving is a privilege. You just lose your license. So I think more people will be afraid, so there will be less strong drivers,
Yes, it will help us, because it's good. Too much careless driving, too much young people dying, and I think it will help St. Lucia better, man.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. They definitely need to bring it in, and especially the police, they need to do the job and check the speed limit, because everybody's speeding. Put the police on the road, yeah? More money for the government. Speed tickets.
Well, it could be helpful, because lately we've been having some reckless accidents that could be avoided. Not only that, down here we are paradise. We could drink all we want and drive, but at the same time we should limit ourselves. At times, people should learn how to let people drive rather than them, because they are already intoxicated. Or, at times, brother man, we ourselves, we can't be compared to the countries like America and these other countries where when you take the breathalyzer, it's 0.3. Down here we free up, so from 3, they should give us a 0.8 at least. They don't have to compare us. We're too small for that. But
how about the speed guns?
Oh, the speed gun, he's just as important, man. Because sometimes we had these fellas there, man, it doesn't make sense. Some of that speed, Reckless driving, that's all that is. And we need to kind of limit ourselves and be a little more considerate for the next person.
Because when they drink their alcohol, they always think that they're Superman. They always feel that they could drive better than those Grand Prix racers. And then at the end, it's somebody else who dies at their expense. You understand? So I feel, the government should really put that in place.
I believe this breathalyzers and the speed guns will help, because there are too many reckless accidents on the road these days, and we are losing our young people.
I think the breathalyzer and speed gun will help, simply because it will at least give the law enforcement additional tools to better, bring those people to at least curb on the whatever that they're trying to, accomplish. I think it's a subject matter that's long awaiting, and I'm glad they're finally trying to do something about it. And I also believe that the mere fact that so many young ones are dying, and not just young ones, but people are dying, is simply because we haven't heightened on stuff like that. And I'm glad it's subject matter, and hopefully it needs to be implemented.
Thanks for those responses, and now to our new discussion. The 29th United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP29, underway in Baku, Azerbaijan, is approaching its end, with the developed and developing nations far apart on the issue of climate financing. The developing nations call for a $1.3 trillion annual fund to help in adaptation and mitigation efforts. The developed nations, led by the United States and Canada, are not moving beyond the $100 billion annual fund which was pledged over a decade ago. So we ask, do you think the developed nations are serious about addressing climate change? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsstlucia.org and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and the new discussion.